Have you ever walked into a doctor's office and then felt more confused than ever on leaving? Maybe you weren't prepared going in. You didn't understand your ask. Everything came too fast. The information was confusing and you didn't have a chance to clarify. And maybe you don't even know what's happening next. You can avoid all of that by following my 7 tips of how to prepare for a doctor's appointment, what to do during the appointment, and then what are the steps to take after the appointment. This is a simple process that can help you feel in control, understand what's going on, and know what's going to happen next when you visit the doctor. Because let's face it, doctor's offices can be very intimidating places. I'm going to share 7 simple ways to make sure you take control of your medical visit so you feel empowered, ask the right questions, and leave with the clarity you need. I'll pin a comment below with all of this information I'm giving you now so that you can take a screenshot of it and have it ready when you're getting ready to go to the doctor. Tip 1, start strong by being prepared. What are you prepared for? What you're going to ask the doctor, what you want to say to the doctor, and what kinds of concerns you want to raise during that doctor's appointment. These appointments may only happen once a year, once every 6 months, or maybe even once every 4 months if you're actually being treated for a particular problem. And doctors are going to want to know a couple of things. How are you feeling today? Are there any new problems you're seeing? And what are you actually there for? Because you might now have a sleeping problem, but you're actually there because your knees hurt or something else. So be clear by having 1 to 3 points you're bringing up. I asked for this appointment because I'm having a lot of pain in my knees. I also am having problems sleeping, which is a new issue. And I just like to check my medications while I'm here. It's best if you don't have a long story, if you can make it very clear what you're there for, because the fact is medical people are timed in terms of how long they have for their appointments. The longer your story is, the less time they'll have to talk about what the problem could be, what the options are, and what the next steps might be. So take a notebook or on your phone and write down your asks. 1, 2, or 3 things, write those down. It's really handy to have on your phone or on a piece of paper all of the medicines you're currently taking, including any supplements, vitamins, and anything over the counter. Often doctors will ask for this information, and if you have it handy just to hand over, that will be a good thing. It'll be efficient and effective for them and make sure you've captured everything. So make sure you have that list already written out, what the dosages you're taking, how often you take it, and any other comments you want to make. At every appointment, you're going to want to have just a minute to check your medicines. Are you on the right dosage? Do you need to change anything? Having a list about what you're actually taking right now in real life is really important for your doctor to know, because they may not know everything you're taking over the counter, and they may need to adjust things based on your total medical package, what's happening for you medically and what you're taking daily at home. Next, make sure you've got your documentation. At the front desk, they're going to ask for this. The first thing you're going to need is an ID, so you can prove you are who you say you are. That's really important. The next couple of documents are about insurance. If you have Medicaid, Medicare, plus your supplemental insurance, you're going to want to give that. Supplemental insurance could include Aetna, United Healthcare, or Humana, something along those lines, because many costs are covered by one of these 3. I keep all of that in a little wallet like this so that I immediately have everything I need right when I come in. So now you're ready to talk to your doctor. You're in the office. Don't rely on your memory. When your doctor comes in and you're talking to the nurse, a lot of information is being shared. I've already mentioned you want to write down all your medicines in advance, but there's more. You might want to write down what the doctor is saying to you. I have a really bad memory these days, you guys. So I have a little book that I use to track things. In my book, I track what doctor have I gone to, what did I say to them, and what did they say back to me, and what are the next steps. This is something you can do to make sure you're ready for your next doctor's appointment. This might seem like a lot of work, but actually it's just a few notes in a book. You're not trying to write down every single thing said, but the key points are really important. Tip 4 is check for understanding. Before you leave the doctor's office, if there's something you really didn't understand, ask. And it might be that the doctor can take a few minutes and explain things, or can tell you where you can find the answer. So when you're taking these notes at the doctor, let me give you my top tips on questions you should be asking. What are the main issues I'm dealing with? They actually may have a different take. They may say, hey, your blood sugar's out of control, or you're having a heart problem right now that we're more concerned with, so that you understand where the priorities are from their point of view. Next, if there is an issue, ask what your options are. What are the treatment options recommended by that doctor? And if you don't like those options or you want to consider them, is there a specialist you can see? Is there a second opinion you can get? And by the way, there's always a second opinion you can get. So don't take no for an answer. Find out what's possible first. Next, what are the pros and cons of each of those options? Some of this may be very straightforward and the pros and cons aren't really an issue, but if it's a serious problem, there are pros and cons in every decision. Make sure you know what they are. Find that out directly from the doctor. The next question is, when do I need to follow up? Maybe there's another appointment you need to do, or maybe there's a test you need to take. Making sure you know what that is as well is important. And what should I look for or do at home? The fact is, you are the CEO of your own body. You are the boss of your own body. So you need to make sure, what can you be doing at home to manage your health better? The doctor may be able to point you in the right direction or give you some specific feedback you can use to help yourself later. And the bonus question, if you have time, is this something I need to decide right now? Or can I take a little bit of time to consider? Sometimes when the doctor sees you, they see an issue that needs resolved right away. The doctor can help you understand, is this an urgent issue I need to decide right now? Or is this something I can think about for a while and then come back with an answer? And if you need to come back with an answer, make sure you know who gets that answer and how do I give that answer to them. If you can get a direct line to the nurse, that's really much, much better. You can ask for that too, and write these answers down as they're giving them to you. And if you don't understand something, say so. It can also be that the nurse comes in later and goes over some more of the detail with you, or they give you information in a pamphlet or some other form later to read. But the point is, you have a list of questions, you write down the answers, and then you can check them back later. Tip 5 is track the information you're getting from your doctor, the date, the doctor, the conversation, and the outcomes. You'll want to track all of that. And tracking all of this is especially helpful if you're seeing people for chronic conditions or you're seeing multiple doctors. In fact, by the time you're in your 70s, you're probably dealing with multiple doctors for multiple different issues, and you want to keep all of that straight in your head. At least I know I do. So I keep records on all the doctors I talk to in this one file. So if I happen to be talking to my neurologist and my cancer doctor, and then later I'm talking to my primary health physician, I'm keeping track of everything I'm saying to them and everything they're saying back to me and my next steps, so that I can keep track of all of it. And also, if a doctor asks me, oh, what's your neurologist say? I can see what is written down. Now, the fact is, a lot of doctors' offices these days have online systems, but you can't always see all of the detail they're writing down. So having it written down for you can help you do a couple of things. It can help you see if you have a question. It can help you see if there's a point you don't understand, and it can help you see if you're getting conflicting information. Certainly, it can give you the ability to ask good questions to your doctors because you're keeping track as well. Tip 6 is ask for referrals and additional support. Oftentimes with your healthcare provider, they can do this for you, but your doctor needs to initiate that. Let's say you're having problems with your knees and you need a walker. Your insurance may pay for that if the doctor puts through an order for it. But you need to ask that of the doctor. Will you write a script for that today so I can get a walker from my healthcare insurance? So don't be afraid to ask. Most American medical situations, your primary care physician is responsible for making those things happen. And then tip 7, bring a buddy or an advocate. Especially as you get older, the whole process of going to the doctor can be discombobulating. Making your notes, having your questions ready, getting your documents together. If someone like a caregiver can help you do that and then actually be in the meeting with the doctor, you can kind of compare notes afterward. Even asking them to make notes would be good because you're writing things down, but you're also trying to look at the doctor in their eye, talk to them, think about how you're feeling. Somebody else writing things down can be a really great way of checking you've got everything written down and you know what the next steps are. Let's face it, navigating healthcare these days is not easy, and it can be overwhelming to deal with these doctor's appointments. But you can feel more confident. And you can get the health care you deserve by being prepared, documenting the meetings with your doctor, and creating a follow-up list so you know what happens next. I hope this information helped you. If it did, consider giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel for more information, and if you're looking for a supportive place where you can get the help you need as you age, you're in the right place. And I'll see you next time on Aging in Grace.